Hi, here's a lesson on Brian by Alfa. This tune is a great tune for a music lesson. You should ask, if you're a music student, ask your teacher to unpack this in your next lesson with them and workshop it with your classmates. If you're just learning it at home or what have you on YouTube, great. Hopefully this is kind of helpful. Let's do the rhythm first, because I think the chord voicings will make sense in a second. But in some ways, right, what's the point in knowing these chord shapes if you don't know the rhythm on this tune? I don't think we can have one without the other necessarily, or certainly it's not this tune, if you see what I mean. But yeah, sure, we can learn those chords, but let's try and get this rhythm down. So it looks complicated in standard, but and if that makes sense to you, great if you can read that. And if you can't, think about it like this: 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 against this kind of pulse. So if I beat the 4/4 pulse out here, okay. A really cool exercise might be trying to just play the 2 and the 4 against that, beat 2 and 4, articulate that. And let me have a go of that now. I think that's a really cool exercise to do. So get your music teacher to demonstrate that to you and workshop that kind of stuff with you. I think that's really, really cool. All these chords are played long, so it is like a dotted quaver or a 3/16 note length. They're all quite long, and I'll get on to what those chords are in a second, but it sounds like this. And that's not the rhythm exactly. That's the rhythm, and hopefully you can hear that against the pulse. Let me try and tap my foot so you can hear that. 1 2 3 4. And that's what's going on there. We'll get on to the exact chord voicings in just a mo. But yeah, really, really practice that rhythm. You could do this with a friend if you've got one. If you haven't got a friend, stop watching this and go out and talk to somebody, please. Cool. Right. So yeah, we'll get back. Let's do that exercise one more time. I think it's worthwhile. Okay, so you can play along if you want. Okay, cool. Now, in the B section, in this B section here, all the notes are really short. So I've written it in the same kind of standard notation here, and I've put staccato marks, which just means really, really short underneath. I have to say, I'm a fan of, in standard notation, not having loads and loads and loads of rests. So I appreciate all these notes are roughly speaking the same length, even though it looks like they're not on the sheet. But that's the great thing about the staccato mark. Or you could even write, if you can write swung, you can play all these notes super short. I'm a big fan of that. A rhythm which is easier to read, because it's kind of broken down nicely into recognizable, one beat or crotchet pulse symbols, like dotted quaver to 16th note, dotted quaver rest to 16th note, etc. Quaver and quaver, blah blah. and then just play all the notes short. That's kind of easier on the brain. I was going to say the Brian, but I don't know. I don't know about this song. Cool. Right. So yeah, they're all short. And the rhythm of this section, let's do it against a pulse. I'll keep just a crotchet pulse first. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, good. That's definitely not the best that rhythm's been played. Of course, check out Alpha Mist if you want to hear this music played well. I guess check out this tutorial if you want to find out a bit about what's going on. But so you hear these 2 bars 3 times, and then to make the full 8-bar phrase, so 3 times 2 is 6, and then the 8-bar phrase is finished off with this change here. So that's a really hip stop. So the 1 is silent, and it comes in on the and of 1 there. Let's do that. All of that rhythm one more time. This B section is much more difficult to play. Yeah, as I'll probably demonstrate in a second. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so there it was, and then I switched to just the backbeat halfway through, and then it goes back to the A section, and then you get the more kind of legato or the 3/16 note measured chords, same chords on both loops, and that's rhythmically what's going on. So the chords change there, as you might expect. Much shorter like that. Did I play that right? Sorry. On this pickup here, what did I just play there? You can play that or I'd be inclined to play the G, A, and C, and that leads you on there, except really short. Etc. etc. That's what's going on there. Right. So you're probably tired and bored already. So what are these chord voicings? Okay, so minor 9 on G, the first 3 chords are all the same voicing. Root, minor 7th, 9th, minor 3rd, 5th. Shift that up a tone. Yeah, shift that up another tone. Okay, that's the first 3 chords. Okay, next chord is B flat 6/9 or B flat major 7 6/9. B flat G, A, C, D, super crunch in the chord, 2 major seconds, kind of typical of Alfa Mist's kind of language. The next chord I call major 9, but I think it's 6/9. D flat F, B flat, E flat. Yeah, so that's major 6/9 again. To C9 sus. So drop the bass down to C and drop that E flat to D. The D is the 9. The B flat is part of the dominant 7th chord, which makes it the dominant chord, but it's sus because of the F. It would be like that if it was resolving out, but it doesn't. That then goes to this A flat major 9 voicing here. That's A flat G. That's the major 7. There's the major 9 B flat, and the major 3rd on top. You could put an E flat in, but I wouldn't on this occasion. I just leave that there. If you were going to double a note, I double the A flat. Okay, and then F sharp major 7, sharp 11. What's the best way of spelling this? You can see I've put the brackets here. You could argue the case that the 3rd chord is actually C flat, this is G flat, and the final chord is F flat, but you know, you can do that if you'd like. That's fine. I just thought this might be easier to interpret. You can argue the case, you know, F sharp, F, etc., etc. But you know, I was going to say A flat, B flat, because you sometimes see that on these kinds of tutorials, but hopefully F sharp, E sharp, G sharp, A sharp, B sharp, F major 7, sorry, F sharp major 7, sharp 11, yikes, that's a real mouthful. So if you want to, of course, just look at which notes are being played there and learn those ones, and then, sorry, that's a different song. F in a different key. Yikes. Oops. F, so same voicing as the C9 sus, F9 sus. There's F, there's the 9, there's the sus, and there's the dominant 7th or the flat 7. You'll recognize that voicing resolved from Blue Lights by Georgia Smith. But it doesn't do that here. It goes to E minor 11 or F flat minor 11. Root, 9th, minor 3rd, that's the 11th, and that's the 7th. Which is a sound I really like. And that is what's going on in the chords and the rhythm of this song. No playthrough, there's no speakers in this room that I'm in, so I'm not going to play through, but you didn't come to watch me play the song, you came to learn it, or at least if you stuck around, that's what you stuck around for. If you didn't stick around, you didn't stick around. Okay, cool, I hope that helps, let me know, and good luck. It's a hard tune. I'm going to practice it now, well, soon.